The Eminence in Shadow is coming to a close really soon after New Year's, and honestly, this collab felt like it went by really quickly. This probably was because I did not farm it as much as I did for Fate, or because Fate had to release 4 different banners, so transitioning from Fate to Eminence in Shadow felt quite odd. But either way, this is not what this video is about. Eminence in Shadow gave us some pretty strong characters. You have Beta, who is an incredible support, with quite a handful of buffs to give to your team. Shadow, who is more than capable of making the enemy forget that he has any defense and evasion at all. Delta with her insane damage and fire resistance thread. And of course, Alpha, who can overcharge your physical characters to their greatest limits. All 4 of these characters are phenomenal at what they're doing. But the sad thing is, Grand Summoners is not a perfect utopia where all characters are equal. Some characters are just better than others. You see where I'm going with this, right? In this video, I will be ranking all 4 Eminence and Shadow characters, starting from the worst and moving all the way up to the best one. But before I do, it will help me a lot if you like the video and join the Discord server, link down in the description. And of course, don't let my ranking prevent you from using or enjoying a character. I've said this in a previous video, and I'll say it again. Use whoever you want to use. At the end of the day, it's not that deep. Grand Summoners is a video game, and you are supposed to have fun at video games. Now, with that said and done, let's get on with the list. Honestly, are you even surprised to see Delta in 4th place? Don't get me wrong, Delta is amazing. I can't stress enough how much I love her. I even grinded a double 4+ for her. But if I like her so much, why do I place her that low? Even though Delta is amazing, she still remains just a damage dealer, and that's all she is. Being purely a damage dealer, you are bound to get power crept sooner or later, and despite Delta being exclusively a damage dealer, I believe she will age relatively well. And here's why. In her super arts, Delta ignores the enemy's defense completely, and will gain anywhere from 0% to 300% increase to her damage, depending on the situation. Just by having both of these two in one move, paired with an incredible true art that increases her attack and reduces the enemy's fire resistance the more you use it, Delta will be in a safe spot for a long while. If I were to blindly guess, she would probably get power crept in at least 2 years. If the game hasn't died by then. I really did hesitate to place Alpha on 3rd place, but after reading and comparing her hits to others, I don't think this choice is a bad one. Let's go over Alpha real quickly and cover her most noteworthy features. Firstly, Alpha can increase all allies' physical damage for up to 400%, which is a pretty strong ability. However, it is so easy to mess up, because if your team doesn't have enough Artgen, all of the extra damage you stored up, it will just be gone. 30 seconds may seem like a big window, but in reality it really isn't. I would be more okay if she lost just 1 stack, or if her super art lasted for maybe 35 seconds, which compared to 30 seconds can actually make a huge difference. There are often times where I missed her super art by 1 second, and before you type skill issue in the comments, yes it is. Aside from that, the rest of her hit is pretty okay. 6 art per second for the entire team, with 100% crit resistance down to the enemy is rather strong. To be real with you, originally I was going to place Shadow on 3rd place, but after rereading his hit, he most definitely deserves his spot up here. First and foremost, I just want to say that Shadow is the only character in this collab that I don't have, so everything will be based on a hypothetical scenario in my head. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on Shadow, and really they shouldn't. Shadow makes it so that you don't really need a main damage dealer on the team, since he can reduce the enemy's physical resistance and evasion of the enemy relatively fast. On top of that, he can make all allies not flinch, which aside from freeze and paralysis resistance, it also means their animations will not get interrupted by mostly anything. And of course, his super art, which will make all allies ignore enemy's defense and increase all allies damage by 200%, makes him a great candidate for the 2nd place, as he works in both physical and magic teams. Mostly physical, but magic teams welcome Shadow with open arms. Beta is amazing, not only in regular play but also in farming, by making your nuking unit even stronger. Just place Beta right behind the character you're nuking with, and that unit will get a massive 150% damage increase, which means you are in for an absolute breeze of a farming session. But like I said earlier, Beta is also amazing in regular play, for a handful of reasons. Firstly, she can reduce all allies' damage taken by 40%, and you can pair that with quite a strong shield of 8000, which also heals water allies by a quarter of their max HP. Aside from that, whenever Beta uses her super art, all allies get a boost to their magic damage based on every water ally in the team, with a minimum of 80% and a maximum of 320% for 20 seconds. But not only Beta can do all of that, she has one more huge positive that definitely helps her move up the list, and that is being the Argent type she is. Despite her being a crossover unit, because her Argent effect is conditional, it falls on the group F, which means she can stack with everyone outside of the Argent type F group, which means she will not stack with Ilya or Valentine Priscilla, but she will stack with Hoka, who will also help her with the magic damage boost on her super art. And that pretty much covers my ranking for all the Eminence and Shadow characters. I don't think my list is perfect, but it's definitely up there. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with this list, and if you don't, feel free to share your list as well. If you liked what you saw, be sure to drop a like, and hey, if you're new here, why not subscribe with a bell on to never miss a video just like this one right here. So everyone, I want to thank you all so much for watching, I hope you all did enjoy, and I will of course see you in the next one.